Over to the left is the conference room where we do interviews, training, and other meetings. To the right is one of 5 rooms where the education counselors do their thing. And straight ahead are some of the spaces for the Defense Language Institute. And here are the main spaces for voluntary education. Most everything you see down this hallway belongs to Vol Ed. To the immediate left and right are offices for supervisors and division heads. The next space on the right is for the NCMEC program office, and the next 4 spaces on the left are for the Ncvec.
You know, if you need any license or certifications, it'll give you that information. So I do recommend, if nothing else, visiting those 3 websites, because that'll help chart your path towards your career goal, and it'll save you time and money, okay?
Can I interrupt real quick? We've got a Skype for Business going on here, and the sailor did not know that he has an opportunity to say hi to Rear Admiral Kozad.
Oh.
And hey, maybe we can get your quick input. What do you think of this whole Skype for Business thing?
It's a lot better than just over the phone. It's a little more personal. You get to see who you're talking to, so it helps.
Yeah, Jose is a pretty good-looking man, so that that helps out too. Hey, really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's going great. Sailors like it a lot once they get in it. And I asked them, how do you like the setup? And they say that it's better than just a phone call.
Yeah. You get that face-to-face interaction.
They like that a lot, yes. And they get to see documents up there on the screen too. You know, when we share the screen, now they can actually see what we're talking about. Whenever I need to show them where to go on their website, I can just tell them, hey, look at my screen. I'm going to point out to you exactly where you need to go and how to get there. And they just love it. It's like, oh, wow, that's great. I was lost. So, yeah, a lot of good reviews on it. Yeah.
And you talk to them, you help them realize their goals, you push them, you assure them that they can make it, and you help them to move forward, and they make it. This particular service member wanted to go to school, and so we sat down, looked at the schools, and mapped things out. So I was able to help him through his associate's degree, and then into the master's, and through the master's degree, and then into the doctorate degree. And that was amazing to be able to see that. He stayed in a little bit longer, and then he was getting ready to retire. He invited me to his retirement service. I went. I was so happy to be there. And as he's giving his remarks at the end of the ceremony, all of a sudden I hear my name being called. And he says, oh, you know, I wouldn't be standing here today. One of the people that really helped me was Desmond. He worked in the Navy College office, really helped me, really talked to me, really was a support. And I'm sitting there just amazed and shaking that he would have, you know, called me out like that. But it was a proud moment to see someone realize their lifelong goals, and to know that you had a part in helping them achieve those goals. Is priceless. It's something that I will never forget for the rest of my life.
Yeah, the call management system basically is used to track all inbound, outbound calls, and we also use it as a tool for scheduling based on the call volume. It's displaying calls as they come in real time. A Blackout Monday, that came about after monitoring the data. It showed that calls tend to spike on Mondays, and the day after a 3-day weekend, Mondays and Tuesdays, we call those blackout days where everybody's on the phone. Everybody's on the phone. And as a result of that, we saw the drop calls go down significantly. That's just one of the changes that we made based on the data.
And I think having those skills as a 1740, having all that background, all those courses that are required, really helps with us doing the right job. It could make a difference between somebody, going off on their own, trying to do school and spending a lot of time and TA resources, getting the wrong degree and not following their dreams, to being guided properly and ending up with something that's really going to work for them in their time after the Navy. The entire family, we feel like we owe a lot to the Navy and to voluntary education, because in one way or another we have all been impacted by it. My husband got his degree to TA. He's a career counselor now, so he talks to sailors about education. My older son went to UC Berkeley using the GI Bill. And my youngest son right now is also with the military. If it wasn't for the Navy voluntary education programs, I think our lives would be completely different. It would be a completely different story. I use our family in what I know about tuition assistance and GI Bill and everything related wallet. I use it a lot to relate it to the sailors that I talk to.
I do remember being in the Navy and how difficult it was to get off work to go even to like a dental appointment or, let alone go do college. I do think that the virtual education center is helping sailors have more accessibility to us. If they get a free 10-15 minutes, they can give us a call at any time. And even if they call us and they're like, I'm busy, like what time you open to, they sometimes are like, oh wow, I can call you that late, and they can chat with us through the chat system. So I think that it definitely has helped them, and we're trying to offer them as many platforms as possible to get a hold of us. A sailor today has so many dynamics to their lives, and I think that offering them, whether it be Skype or a phone call or us calling them when they know they're going to be available, or even chat and tickets, is offering them more than enough ways to contact us.
So this is Mr. Lee Masters right here. He is working on a TA waiver as we speak.
Right now we're looking at all the sailors that were disadvantaged for the hurricane. We're taking care of them as fast as we can. Other incidences are emergencies in hospitals and people losing their family members. And so we just try to make their transition when they have difficulty. We make it as as easy as possible. I mean, we expect them to live by the instruction, but we also know that everybody's human. So that's what the waiver policy is. You ensure that every sailor in the fleet gets the due process they deserve.
Some of us were able to log on and continue to answer tickets and chats while still assisting the sailor. And even Jose was able to conduct Skype counselings from his home here in Virginia, because we still had resources, and the hurricane didn't necessarily hit us as hard as we anticipated. But it was still good to keep everyone safe, but still get work done. And I think that proved to be an accidental mission for us in a way.
Me being a prior service, one thing that really motivated me was going to a school where they made it very simple. I'm very excited to be a part of making it easier for the future sailor.
So Cornell, you're part of the NCMEC program office, the NPO.
Yes.
You guys stay pretty busy in there? Y'all got enough to do?
More than enough to do. The one thing I love about being in the NPO office, there's so many challenges every single day. You know, you could come to work thinking that your schedule's one thing, and all of a sudden you get a lot of things piled on your plate. One day out of the NPO office is like a month, but that's what you come to work for. You come to work to, you know, be challenged. If you're not coming to work to be challenged, what are you coming to work for? So I appreciate that, and I love that, and I'm very blessed and grateful for the opportunity to be a part of a great team like that. Family, the standard, the goal was high school. Neither one of my parents graduated high school. College seemed like, you know, a long shot, but with hard work and dedication, I was the first person in my family to graduate college. So I changed the whole scope, the whole culture in my family. I motivated my brothers and sisters. My sister's getting her degree in December. My older brother, he's working on his degree. And my kids now, high school is no longer the standard. It's college. So they see college as the goal because of what I've done in my life and my career. If it wasn't for tuition assistance, I wouldn't be in this chair talking about it today.